Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to another issue of the Eagle Moss Presents Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. We're doing issue 82, which is going to be a bunch of little wires. And again, the engine surround. And I think I actually already have next month's on the way, so those should be here maybe by the end of this week or sometime next week. And we should be pretty much finished with all this stuff. I think the next issue is like some of the I think the next two issues are like the remainder of the parts up here, and then we actually start working on the interior roof. So like the stuff that goes, you know, on top of the interior. So we've got some silver connectors, a bunch of wires, red storage unit ×3, which I think all the wires screw into. The MP screws, I think those are the small ones for the wires, and a lot more steps than we've seen in some recent issues. Let's see, the chicken and the egg mechanical effects wizardry brought Doc Brown's incredible contraptions to life for Back to the Future Part 3. Let's see, Mary Steenburgen, or is it Bergen or Bergen? Anyway, and let's see, yeah, the next car parts, we're going to have the kind of torpedo looking things, some more wiring, and it looks like, I think we have all the, yeah, I think all the remainder of the pieces are going to be with this next issue for, you know, just for the surround. So I don't know, and I haven't really looked at issue 84 or 85. I have looked at issue 86. I know it has something to do with the roof. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, I guess. So looks like these bits go first. Which are push the 3-part, yeah, 82B. And these are keyed. There's actually holes that these, you know, only fit in here one way. And they're also keyed independently of the, you know, these 3 red capacitor kind of deals. There's a like around the center post, there's a little notch. So only these will fit properly down in that hole. If you try to put them up here, they don't set correctly. So so let's see. And then these use AP screws, I believe. So we do have AP screws up here. I don't want to just spill everything out in this issue because I don't want to. Just kind of keep things a little bit more organized. Okay, where'd the other one go? I kicked the other one of these. I kind of flicked it. I think it went underneath the car, so I'll have to search for that in a moment. Not a big deal. So let's see, we're into April now, and let's see, got my taxes done, so that's always refreshing to have. Oh yeah, I feel it right there. So it's always refreshing to have those done and turned in. And oh, I think we've got a little. Uh-oh, it's black underneath. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Well, I mean, there's gonna be wires and everything. You probably will never even see that. So yeah, I got that done today. Cleaned out my garage today. Actually went through a bunch of stuff in my garage, swept the floor. You know, I'm actually kind of amazed at all the dust that builds up in the garage over the course of a winter. it's truly amazing. And then I'm from tightening the screws up here, these square pieces aren't exactly square, so I don't know if I better not. I'm liable to really mess something up. Okay, so we got those three in. The next are these three red pieces, and these screw in with BP screws, which are right here. I don't really know why. I mean, they're kind of the same thing in a way, except they're just taller. I don't know why you would need a BP screw, but whatevs. Now, if I really wanted to get detailed, there's like some little bolts here. I could kind of take some silver paint and just maybe like, paint those little bits, but, I'm not really too terribly worried about it. Because there's going to be a bunch of pipes and other things going all over this car, all over the back here, and I don't know. The way I see it, I'll probably never even notice. I still haven't glued this, the kind of little radiator piece. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It might be a radiator of some kind. I still haven't glued it in because I thought, I'll wait until we're kind of done with all these parts here, and then I'll kind of make a decision on what I want to do. All right, so next up we have the 82C short wire, which are the yellow and orange, it looks like. I'm sorry, yellow and red, it says. Or red and yellow. 82C. All right. And then, wait, is there one that's shorter than the other? Okay, so there's two short ones and kind of one long one. So I guess we'll have to kind of lay these out. Well, those are both the same length, so so this must be the long one. Fix one of the short wires 82C to the first red storage unit. Fix the other short wire. Fix the long. Okay, so what happens? What happens when they're all the same? I don't know. Maybe they cut them all to the long length or something. Okay, and so we need MP screws, which I see right there. These are actually kind of silvery colored screws. Uh-oh. I just want to see the length of those compared. So those are the same. It really looks like all these are the same length. So maybe they just thought, maybe they're all the longer length. I don't know. Okay. MP screws, first of all. Oh my gosh, these are tiny. I guarantee you we were not given a screwdriver this small. And I may actually have to get out I don't know if I've got... I know somewhere I have a Phillips head. Yeah, not in there. I know somewhere I've got some precision Phillips head screwdrivers. I'd have to take some time to really look for them though. So, okay. So the first one is gonna go. I'm gonna hold it like this first, just because I think it's gonna be a little easier to do it this way. Once I have the screw tapped, whoops, we'll then hold it the correct way. Okay, so this we have to bend down and then kind of just let it go back here. We'll repeat the process again another 2 times. On the next one, well, 1 time per capacitor, I guess. Same thing. This gets bent down. Okay. This is like the first time I think I haven't been overwhelmingly annoyed by a bunch of wires. So, okay, so those are going to go down. And it just has them, you know, kind of going off in this direction. Okay, next is going to be 82D, which looks like the red and blue wires, which are going to be these guys. And this is basically kind of gonna work the same way. Kind of gonna. It's going to work the same way. Oh, come on now. What is going on? Give me some magnetism. There we go. Okay. Now I think all these wires are eventually going to go right down in this little hole here, so I don't know why we're not just routing them all right down there anyway, but I guess I'll find out here in a few moments. Red and blue. Actually, it's kind of easier if I just rotate this around. That way I can always hold the wire in the correct orientation, I guess. Oh, that's not even close to being tight. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I had a super long day today, just out running around, going to Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm getting a table for my porch. Actually, they had the chairs I want for the table, but they had them like, if you've ever been in, you know, a Lowe's or a Home Depot, and they have those huge like warehouse style shelves, and so the chairs were literally at the very top of one of those shelves, and they couldn't find the person that was like qualified to drive the forklift to come and get the boxes down for the chairs. So I got to go pick those up tomorrow. But I got the table built, so that was nice. Okay, so there's those 3 wires, and then we have, yeah, so it's like, once you have those, then bend them all back the other way. That's probably why these original wires were supposed to be shorter. I don't know, I might end up cutting those just to make them kind of a shorter length. Because, yeah, we just fold them under, and then there's like the little plastic clip, which is right here, I guess. That's what's going to hold them in place. Okay. I don't know why they have you put them out the back. I mean, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me, but, you know, I don't know if there's any method to the madness. There doesn't appear to be. I don't know. So I'm just looking at these. See, like the little tabs that you screw into here don't look anything like, you know, what's in the picture. So I'm just kind of putting them with the crimped edge up because there's just more detail on that side. If you look at, and you're never going to be able to see this on camera, but one side is kind of smooth, and I mean, you could do it that way, but I kind of prefer the crimp side because basically it's 2 pieces of metal, and then the sides like crimp up over the wires to hold them into place. And so I'm just using the crimped side because, you know, it just shows a little bit more detail, especially when you're, you know, you've got parts this small. You know, you need to get all the detail that you can, and so that's why I am doing that. Oh, we forgot to bend the middle one down, but not a huge deal. Okay. So it says, okay, fix the long, so I'm reading step 18 or 13. Fix the long wire 82E to the 3rd red storage unit and the remaining hole with the empty screw shown. We did that. Step 14 is pull all 9 wires down from the storage units and bend them to the left as shown. All right. So we'll start with these 3. And so keeping the, you know, keeping the wire kind of pinned down here, I guess I'll just kind of, let's see here, see if I can find a better way to do this. Okay. And then once we have those, you know, kind of crimped into place, you know, we'll be able to kind of come back and revisit the wires if we need to kind of fiddle around with them and reposition them. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, though. Okay, and last but not least, the third set. See, this would be like a nice place to have, you know, one of the little Mike Lane mod zip ties, and we could just, you know, zip that down in there. I might actually have to look at the DeLorean, like actual pictures, to see if maybe those were zip tied. I don't know. They might have been. Okay, so next we need an AM screw, which is probably going to be one of these bad boys, and it is. And gonna flip this over. Yeah, see how we have this kind of mess of wires here? And let's see, it's gonna have the pictures kind of like this. And then well, that doesn't look in. These two holes, we don't have these two holes here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see those two? There's 1, 2, 3 holes. We just have this one here. There's no holes there. So there should be a couple holes there. So that's the only other, the only thing that I see that's an issue. Wait a second. Am I going to be able to fit all those? Oh, there we go. So this should almost be 2 wires. Or I'm sorry, 2, there should, I think there should kind of be 2 holes here. Great. Instead of just 1. But there's not, so we gotta make do. Okay. So those are all crimped down like that. Actually, that looks really nice. What I am gonna do though is, where are they? You do not want to use sprue cutters as wire cutters. And I'll tell you, I originally bought these sprue cutters to do the Millennium Falcon, and they've done an excellent job, but I can already tell that they're starting to kind of lose their sharpness. And those are going to be like, what, 4 years old? I can't even remember what year I started building the Millennium Falcon, but I like went all out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip all these wires with my actual wire cutters so that they are the same length, and we don't have a bunch of random wire. Now watch what happens next week when it's like, oh, and all the long wires, make sure to route, and I've just shafted myself. Get these thrown away. Alright, so MP screw, AM screw. This is the BP screw. I'm pretty sure that's this big fat one here. And last but not least, we still have one more part, which is this piece. And this actually is like a little stretchy. I don't know if that's going to be a problem long term, because the stretchy wires like that eventually lose their stretch. And this just fits right here in this hole. Like that. And then, they just have it kind of, or they do have it pointing inward a little bit. Kind of like this. So I guess that's going to kind of fit, probably plug into, there's going to be a plate on the back. It'll probably plug into that at some point down the road. But that's it. Very nice. I love the detail that the wires add. Looks very cool. Again, I might actually go and look and see if I need maybe some zip ties on these wires. I do have a full set of Mike Lane zip tie mods or wire ties, whatever they call them, and you know, so I can always use those if I need to. Let's see what else. So yeah, in the next issue, it looks like, yeah, we've got these two little like kind of capacitor kind of things again. These screens that actually wrap around those. Looks like two more capacitors, a little flat plate. Not sure exactly what plugs into those. Actually, these like, they're not missiles. I don't know what the heck these kind of torpedo looking things are, but I think those screw into that piece. Actually, I think the center one screws into the pair of the, I'm gonna call them missiles because I don't know what they are, even though they're not missiles. And then those I think screw into that. And then we've got, you know, some various wiring pieces. These four wires here I think screw into the two kind of capacitor these capacitor things, because each one of these has a hole at the top. I have no idea what this is, whether it's some kind of tube or, you know, like a kind of like a, I just don't know. And we've got a long piece of wire there. So cool stuff. It is coming along. I guess that's going to be it until I get next month's stuff, which should be here again hopefully later this week or sometime next week. And just to take a look at this part, if we kind of fit it, let's see, how does this go in here? Fit it right up in there. Oh, that looks so awesome. That looks so cool. And once we get everything back here and we get it all fitted on, it's just going to look even better, and it's going to, you know, continue to get better and better and better. And you know, we've only got, well, this is issue 82, so we have less than 50 issues to go. Oh my gosh, it's staying put. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, we've got less than 50 issues to go, and I was kind of thinking, hey, we're way past the halfway mark here, so I'm definitely all for that. But it's really coming together. It's really, you know, starting to look more like a finished product. Still have not messed around with the hood. I really need to do that sometime. I keep telling myself, oh, today would be the perfect day to go and see if I can fix this hood, and then I never do it. I like get caught up doing other things. So yeah, such is life. But guys, thank you so much for joining me on another issue of the Eagle Moss Presents Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. As always, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy hanging out, watching the build. Leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing and all the things that I'm doing wrong. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe for this and many more videos. I am Brad M73. I'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.